NASA saw a lot of change in the past few years, but it continues to put an emphasis on education and research.
And the Reduced Gravity Research Program is proof of that. Recently, a group of students from Oklahoma State University tested an experiment in zero gravity. I went along for the ride to see what they were doing and to see what it's like to experience a weightless environment.
For the Oklahoma State University Space Cowboys.
In an airplane hangar in Houston, Texas, a group of Oklahoma State students present an experiment to NASA engineers.
Is basically looking at artificial gravity concepts.
The team of OSU aerospace engineers, known as the Space Cowboys, have been in Houston for a week putting the final touches on their project. It's the culmination of about 9 months worth of work.
And artificial gravity is, something so you can travel to Mars and back without getting the muscle atrophy and the bone loss that astronauts would be getting. And so we thought this would be a really good idea. NASA's
Reduced Gravity program allows experiments to be tested in zero gravity. And these students can't wait to fly.
No, I'm not nervous at all. I'm really excited.
With the project ready, it's time for it and us to prepare for flight. All right, zero gravity, here we come. We'll be traveling on a plane known as G-Force 1. Unofficially, the nickname is the Vomit Comet. Here's how the flight will work. We'll go over the Gulf of Mexico, reach an altitude of 24,000 feet, then quickly ascend to 34,000 feet. At this point, we're pulling 2 Gs. Then as we descend down to 24,000, we experience zero gravity. And we'll do this 32 times. Yes, they gave us motion sickness medicine. Here's what happens in zero gravity. Everything not strapped down floats up. Once we achieve weightlessness, students have about 30 seconds to work on their experiments. It also gives us a little time to fly. And fly we did. Some people spent time upside down. I was more of a side-to-side guy. Others would spin. There's nothing quite like the feeling of just floating in the air. This is really, really amazing. Again, it kind of just feels like you've gotten to the top of a roller coaster and you're getting ready to go down, but you haven't started to go down yet. You literally just push off and fly away. But keep in mind, this is a trip with a purpose. The teams are collecting data for their experiments, seeing what works and what doesn't. We were on board the Zero-G G-Force 1 for about an hour and a half, 32 parabolas, and the good news is no one got sick. At least no OSU students got sick. A couple of students from other schools didn't fare so well, but the Space Cowboys called this flight a success.
I really wasn't that surprised. I mean, I'd done it before, but it's still pretty incredible.
I'd built up something a little bit less, but yeah, it was definitely more than I expected.
The zero-gravity flight's an experience you will never forget. It's not outer space, but it's as close as you can get to it without leaving our atmosphere. I didn't have the guts to try the spinning thing. To be honest with you, this is my NASA-issued air sickness bag, still intact, unused.
I'm glad you brought it in.
I should point out that anybody can fly on the G-Force 1. They have several flights that are open to the public, but it's pretty expensive. Cost about $5,000 to book a seat.
Great job on that. Would you do it again?
Oh yeah, it was amazing. It was one of the coolest things I've ever done. It's very difficult to describe what that feeling is like. You're just literally floating. Nothing quite like it.
All right. Thanks, Russ.